It's not easy to build a recognized positive image for automotive brands. The prestige of Mercedes-Benz, the sportiness of BMW, and the safety of Volvo are the results of long-term investments and accumulation. In just about 7 years, XPENG, as a newcomer in the automotive industry, has remarkably secured the real labor of intelligence for its vehicles. Moreover, as a core element of future competition in the automotive industry, the labor of intelligence is probably the most valuable among all automotive techs. Indeed, the success of XPENG's popular models can be largely attributed to the company's years of dedicated efforts in developing intelligent driving capabilities. If the launch of the XPENG G3, the company's first mass-produced model, fulfilled the difficult task of ensuring survival, then the subsequent introduction of the XPENG P7 marks the beginning of a rapid growth for the company. With monthly sales reaching 3,000 units, the P7 once left many few vehicles in its dust and solidified XPENG's position as one of the top 3 new automakers in China. In April 2021, XPENG launched its third model, the XPENG P5. It was reported that this model received over 10,000 pre-orders within just 53 hours of opening reservations. This achievement can be largely attributed to XPENG's intelligent capabilities. After all, the P5 was the world's first mass-produced smart EV equipped with LiDAR at that time, featuring the latest X-Pilot 3.5 and the third-generation smart cockpit of XPENG. In 2021, XPENG experienced its own harvest year for deliveries. Total delivery reached 98,155 units, a 263% increase compared to 27,041 units in 2020. Among them, the flagship model P7 topped the sales list for NEVs among Chinese new startups in 2021. What's more, XPENG software revenue was also included in its earnings for the first time in the first quarter of 2021. 2022 is a turning point. In September of that year, the XPENG G9 was launched. However, this model, which XPENG calls the best SUV within 500,000 RMB, has faced significant criticism due to the confusing configuration types. As a result, just 2 days after G9 was launched, the model was reworked and relaunched with a simplified version, featuring some price reductions and function enhancements. Since then, XPENG's deliveries began to decline sharply, and its stock price also fell to HKD 24.75 per share, plunging the company into a dark period. In December 2022, the sales of G9 totaled only 4,020 units. It was around this time that rumors like XPENG won't survive 2023 started to circulate. In fact, the failure of the G9 highlighted a series of disconnects in XPENG's technology, products, and market strategies. The same issue was evident in the company's product rollout, with frequent fluctuation in product positioning, moving up from the P3 to P7, down from P7 to P5, and then back up from P5 to G9, leading to consumer confusion. In October 2022, XPENG implemented a major organizational restructuring, establishing 5 committees and 3 product matrix organizations. Additionally, marketing, sales, and after-sales services were integrated, while the charging division was elevated to a first-tier department within the company. After several months of restructuring, 2 new models, XPENG G6 and the 2024 version of the G9, emerged as a potential savior for the company. In the second half of 2023, XPENG's deliveries began to rebound, with monthly sales returning to the 10,000 unit club. It can be said that the launch of G6 and 2024 G9 has contributed greatly to XPENG's turnaround. In November 2023, XPENG delivered a total of 20,041 vehicles, a year-on-year increase of 245%, surpassing 20,000 deliveries for 2 consecutive months and setting a new monthly record. The G6 now accounted for 8,750 units, maintaining its lead in the sales of electric SUVs among Chinese brands priced above 2,100 RMB. By the end of 2023, Xiaopeng's cumulative deliveries reached 400,311 units, breaking the 400,000 delivery milestone. It's noteworthy that this impressive delivery volume is the result of Xiaopeng's self-initiated overhaul. In particular, at the launch event for the 2024 G9 in September 2023, He Xiaopeng remarked that only 2 of the 12 executives mentioned in last year's earnings report remain this year. This raised the question about how the company managed to turn around over the past year. He Xiaopeng has publicly reflected on troubles of Xiaopeng's at the earnings conference, concluding that the problem must be in people. Thus, this tech-savvy engineer turned his attention to managing people. During the internal restructuring in October 2022, He Xiaopeng personally took the role of chairman of the Product and Strategy Committee, while Xiaopeng's top executives have also undergone a shake-up. In early February 2023, Li Pengchen, the former CEO assistant of Xiaopeng, left the company. In March of the same year, Liu Minghui, head of the Powertrain Center, also departed, and Gu Jie, the former senior director of the department, took over the position. Furthermore, Chief Talent Office and Sales VP Liao Qinghong was rumored to left as well. In August 2023, Wu Xingzhou, head of the Autonomous Driving Center, resigned, with Li Liyun, the former head of XNGP, succeeding as a new leader. Soon after, VP of Finance Lu Xueqing also departed, with former CFO of SAC GM Wuling, Wu Jiaming, succeeded him. Additionally, VP of Styling Design Delta Emmanuel left in 2023, with the styling center is now overseen by Wang Pan, VP and Chief Designer of Xiaopeng Austria. On the other hand, Xiaopeng has brought in several executives from outside. Among them, the most significant was Wang Fengying, known as the Iron Lady of the automotive industry, who joined in January 2023. Upon her appointment as president of Xiaopeng, she took full responsibility for product planning and metrics, as well as sales system. Wang Fengying's arrival has propelled Xiaopeng's self-rescue efforts to new heights. In her first 8 months at Xiaopeng, Wang Fengying introduced numerous changes. She emphasized the need for Xiaopeng to focus on intelligent technology, enhancing users' perception that Xiaopeng is good at smart driving. Additionally, she brought lean management principles of traditional automakers to Xiaopeng, helping the company achieve cost reduction and efficiency improvements across its marketing system, supply chain, and T adjustment. Firstly, in terms of the supply chain, Xiaopeng faced a high procurement cost. In October 2023, Li Feng, the head of the procurement department, was suspended and taken away by policy due to corruption. Liu Yongjie took over the procurement department, and all department heads were subsequently questioned. Secondly, regarding the marketing system, Xiaopeng has the most stores among the 3 new EV players. In 2022, the proportion of sales expense to revenue for Xiaopeng was 5 times that of traditional automakers. In response, Xiaopeng unveiled a transformation plan titled Project Jupiter in September 2023, which aimed to reduce numbers of its sales regions from 24 to 12 nationwide, gradually phasing out underperforming direct sales outlets while expanding the scale of franchise dealers. Additionally, in the autonomous driving team, starting in August 2023, former VP of the Autonomous Driving Center Wu Xingzhou and former head of visual perception for the US team, Wang Tao, were reported to leave the company. People familiar with the matter said that Wang Fengying had been controlling the budget, intending to merge the North America and domestic teams and relocate key members back to China as a means to cut costs and improve efficiency. In July 2023, Volkswagen Group announced a technical framework agreement with Xiaopeng. In the initial stage of cooperation, both parties plan to jointly develop 2 electric models under Volkswagen brand for the Chinese middle-sized car market. As part of the long-term strategic partnership, Volkswagen Group would invest approximately $700 million in Xiaopeng, acquiring about 4.99% of its shares. This existing news led to Xiaopeng's US shares soaring by over 40%. Behind the corporation is Volkswagen's recognition of Xiaopeng's autonomous driving capabilities. Following this, the collaboration with Didi adds another good news for Xiaopeng in 2023. In August 2023, Xiaopeng announced that it would issue A-class ordinary shares accounting for 3.25% of its total post-transaction share capital to acquire related assets and R&D capabilities in the smart EV project of Didi. In other words, Xiaopeng used its own stock to purchase Didi's vehicle manufacturing business, making Didi a shareholder of Xiaopeng. According to the agreement, Xiaopeng and Didi plan jointly to launch a A-segment smart electric vehicle, but this vehicle will not adopt the Xiaopeng brand. Instead, it will debut under a new brand codenamed Mona. This collaboration is seen as a significant step for Xiaopeng into competitive market segment priced around 150,000 RMB. Through partnership with Volkswagen and Didi, Xiaopeng's partner network has expanded significantly, with both brands offering invaluable resource and support. According to He Xiaopeng, 2024 will mark the first year of an elimination round for Chinese automotive brands. To stay competitive, Xiaopeng is accelerating its overseas expansion, securing a stronger position in the face of intensified competition. Xiaopeng embarked on its overseas journey as early as 2020, with the first batch of 100 G3i models shipped to Norway and started delivery, marking the company's entry into the European market. Since then, models like the Xiaopeng P7, P5, and G9 have steadily entered Europe. While accelerating its product lineup, Xiaopeng has also been establishing its overseas sales channels. In addition to collaborating with local European dealership groups, Xiaopeng began setting up direct sales stores in Europe in 2022, leading the direct sales plus authorized dealership 2.0 model for Chinese brands expanding overseas. However, those early overseas efforts were relatively small in scale and did not yield significant results, seeming more like paying to build brand awareness rather than achieving substantial sales. Data from the China Passenger Car Association shows that Xiaopeng exported a total of 3,261 units in 2023. The P7 and G9 led this export effort, with cumulative overseas sales of 1,004 and 2,030 units respectively, accounting for 93% of total exports. In addition, export sales make up only 2.3% of Xiaopeng's overall sales in 2023. In 2024, Xiaopeng redoubled its efforts, focusing heavily on international markets once again. According to Xiaopeng's 2024 open letter, He Xiaopeng has defined 2024 as the first year of Xiaopeng's globalization V2.0. This year, Xiaopeng plans to expand in core markets across Europe, Asia, the Middle East, Latin America, and Oceania, enhancing the intelligent advantages of its products, strengthening localization efforts, and setting a new path for global growth in terms of products, autonomous driving, and brand presence. Moreover, starting in early 2024, Xiaopeng has pursued more frequently strategic partnership overseas, especially in the Middle East and Africa. On February 12, Xiaopeng announced a strategic partnership with UAE dealership group Ali Sons. To date, Xiaopeng has established alliances with various dealership groups such as Ali Sons in the UAE, Raya Group in Egypt, SR Group in Azerbaijan, Tigago Fields in Jordan, and the Gago Asia Cell in Lebanon. It's generally believed that entering the Middle East and Africa market marks an important first step for Xiaopeng on its global journey. Following these partnerships, Xiaopeng began selling its G6 and G9 SUV in the UAE starting in the third quarter. Meanwhile, deliveries of the Xiaopeng P7 and G9 launched in Jordan and Lebanon in the second quarter and in Egypt in the third quarter. Now, Xiaopeng Motors, growing through transformation, has gradually found its own pace for development. Meanwhile, after years of experience, He Xiaopeng has also matured, shedding the early inexperience he had when he first entered the automotive world as an internet entrepreneur.